Thacker Natural Self Yoga here again on the campus of University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill at the old, well, people will be very familiar with this. It's a watering hole. Tradition has it that students that drink from the fountain the first day of school will have good luck. It's the oldest university in the nation, over 200 years old, and the well sits right in between the first two buildings, Old East and Old West. One of my best friends used to be an RA in one of these buildings. I've learned a lot of yoga within 10 minutes walk from here. If you're in the area, please do some yoga here. Franklin Street Yoga, Carborough Yoga Company, Heart of Yoga School, Loving Kindness School, Triangle Yoga. I could go on and on and on. They've got a lot of great yoga here. It's like an epicenter in North Carolina. I'm going to try to do a full class for you. This time it's about 30 minutes long, and see if you can't follow along with me here. So starting off in a comfortable seat. Nice little meditation, sitting with a tall spine. Shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades down your back. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your jaw, closing your eyes, taking some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. Bring awareness into your body, what's going on there. It's a beautiful day here, noticing the temperature of the air where you are, noticing the clothes, how they fall on your body, noticing the rib cage expanding as you breathe in, noticing the Carolina blue skies. Deep breaths in and out. As you exhale, you root down. Deep breaths in through your nose. Calm, slow, steady breath. And out through your nose. The sign of a good yoga practice is not necessarily the poses that you do. The sign of a good yoga practice is a calm and steady breath throughout the entire practice. Alright, bring your hands to prayer position at your heart center. Bow your chin down to your chest, lengthening the back of your neck as you breathe. But continuing to relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Releasing your hands down into your lap, opening your eyes, lifting your gaze. Inhale, lengthening your arms up over your head, lengthening through your spine, lifting up tall, deep breath in. Bring your right hand down, lifting your left hand up and over. Maybe your elbow comes down, maybe it doesn't. Back to the other side. We're just warming up our spine here. Coming back in the center, your right hand's behind you, the left hand to the outside of your knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we'll twist. Coming back in the center, switching sides. Back in the center, bring the soles of your feet together, dropping your knees down and apart, opening up your hips a little bit more. Steady breath in and out. If you have an opportunity to visit North Carolina, I recommend it. Come here, do some yoga, drink some water from the fountain, cold well, get some good luck. Steady breath. Alright, releasing this, coming over onto all fours. Tabletop position, shoulders over your wrists, knees directly under your hips, toes can be tucked or untucked, spreading your fingers wide. On your exhale, rounding your back, tucking your tail, dropping your head for cat pose. Happening inside your body. How's your body working together? Now bring your hands a little bit forward, spreading your fingers, lifting up and back into your downward facing dog. Steady breath. Working your heels down one at a time. Maybe you can bend a knee, letting one heel drop, maybe another knee, letting the other heel drop. Steady breath. In and out. Alright. Right foot forward, down into your right hip, straighten your right leg, hamstring stretch. Bending into your knee, your left hand to the inside of your right knee, your right hand's onto your knee, lifting up and twisting, opening up. You can keep your hand on your knee or lifting it up. Alright, that hand comes down, stepping the right foot back into your downward facing dog again, lifting up and back. And then your left foot comes forward. If it only comes halfway, you can reach down and grab it with this hand, pull it forward. You can bring the back knee down if you want to, but you're just sinking down into this left leg. Steady breath. And then straightening your left leg into your hamstring stretch, pulling your left hip back, your right hip forward. Trying to keep your hips as level as possible. Then bending into your left knee, your right hand's down, left hand onto your left knee, lengthening and twisting. Open. Inhale, lengthens through your spine, and exhale, twist. Maybe you open your left shoulder up, your chest to the sky, your belly to the sky, and release. Bring your hands down, stepping your left foot back, and then chaturanga, coming all the way down. Inhale, releasing your toes, lifting up into a cobra pose, a little bit of a deeper back bend. You want the back bend into the middle, to the upper part of your spine, shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades going down your back. You're working your elbows kind of together, back behind you. Opening your chest, letting your spine become more flexible, relaxing your jaw and breathing. Alright, coming down, walking all the way forward, into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Just hang here, relaxing your neck, holding out opposite arms, swaying side to side. You might want to bend one knee, letting one leg straighten, bending the other knee, letting the other leg straighten. Just breathe, nodding your head yes, stretching your leg. Allowing gravity to open up more space in your spine. Steady breath. Alright, bending into your knees, lifting up and back into your Uttanasana, chair pose. Weight comes back into your heels, arms up by your side, the heels, the car heels, so focusing on the heels. Here in Chapelville. Lifting your toes, spreading them, releasing them down, giving you a wider balance. More breath here. Alright, the weight comes into your right foot, left foot gets light, stepping it back into your lunge. And your hands to interlace at the small of your back, pressing your knuckles down, open your chest, shoulder blades come together, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hinges forward. Bring your shoulder to the inside of your knee, or however long wherever it comes is fine. You can bring the back knee down if you need to. You want equal weight into both feet. Your shoulder blades come together at the back, lifting your shoulders up and away from your ears. Releasing that. Inhale, coming up. Bring your hands into prayer position for a twist, lengthening, and then twisting your left elbow over your right knee. If that's too much for you, you can bring your left hand down, lifting. And from here, pressing into your feet, and lifting up into a twist. Left hand forward, shoulders over your hips, belly to spine. And your right hand comes to the outside of your left foot, lifting your left hand up. And then coming all the way around into your warrior two. Rolling your back heel down. Noticing the pivot in your hips. You've got heel to arch alignment, pressing into the outside of your left foot. Your right knee is directly over your ankle. You can see the big toe on the inside of this right foot. Right knee. Shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades down your back. Lifting your right palm, lifting into exalted warrior. Left hand comes down your straight left leg. Straightening your right leg, getting a lot of length there. And then extending forward over the leg, keeping a lot of distance between your right side ribs and your right thigh. Your right hand comes down. You can use a block, comes to your shin, or to your fingertips, or all the way to the floor. You want to try to make your spine parallel to the ground eventually, but pressing your right foot down, pulling it back is going to open up your right hip, tucking your right hip under, stacking your left hip on top of your right. Steady breath. Now we'll work on some core here. Carolina core. Extending your left arm over your left ear, palm facing down. Lengthen through that left side body. And then you can stay here. Or you can add your right arm, working on that core. Steady breath. Inhale, lifting up. Bending into your right knee, sinking down. Shoulders over your hips, not into the future, not into the past, right in the present. Right elbow comes onto your right knee, extended side angle. Sinking down into that hip. Bring your right hand down. Steady breath. And then out. Alright, looking down about 1.5 feet in front of that right foot. That's where your right hand's going to go. Stepping off your left foot. Ardha Chandrasana. Stepping that right weight comes onto the right foot. If you want, you can bring your gaze to the ground. A little more challenge to the side. Or looking up to the raised thumb. And bend your knee for Chapasana if you want to. Steady breath. And releasing that. Bring your left foot down next to your right. Forward fold your hand here. Lifting your kneecaps, pressing your thighs back and apart. Take some steady breaths. Noticing the difference between the two sides. It's really fascinating as you work your body. So much of our day is spent not knowing what our body's doing, but in yoga you can figure it out. You can really tell a difference. Alright, back into your chair pose. Reach the top. Bend your knees, weight back into your heels. Again, the car heels. So you've got the tar on your heels, pushing back down. Arms by your heels. Steady breath. Weight comes into your left foot. Stepping your right foot to the back of the mat into your lunge. Next time interlace at the small of your back. Opposite interlace. Pressing the knuckles down. Lifting your chest. Lengthening through your spine. Deep breath in. And then exhale. Hinging at your hips. You might stop here. You might stop here. That's fine. You can bring that left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Eventually your forehead comes down. Your shoulder blades come together. Lifting your arms up and back behind you. Steady breath. In and out. Alright, inhale back up into center. Bring your hands into prayer position. Heart center. Lengthen. Twist. Right elbow over your left knee. Belly to spine. Steady breath. Maybe your right hand comes down. You're lifting your left hand. It's the same twist. Equal weight into both feet. Then inhale, lifting up. And then lifting your right hand. Your left hand comes to the outside. Deep breath in and then rolling all the way over. Warrior two. Sinking down. You got heel to arch alignment. Knees directly over the ankle. Opening your neck. Left palm, lifting up into exalted or reverse warrior, called dipping pose. Straightening your left leg, keeping the length of your side ribs as you extend to the front, over that left leg. When your left hand comes down, you're touching your left hip under, you're stacking your right hip on top of your left, lengthening through the crown of your head. Steady breath. Pressing your left foot down, pulling it back, and open your hip, tucking your left hip under, stacking it on top, the right on top. Now your right arm comes forward, all facing down, lengthen through the right side body, and then add your left. This is all core work. Steady breath, in and out. Inhale, lifting up, getting into your knees, coming into your side angle pose. You bring your left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Your elbow can stay here. Anything that you want. Alright, looking down about 1.5 feet in front of your left foot, stepping off of your right, coming into your half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Lifting your kneecap, pressing your left side back, stacking your right hip on top of your left. Your spine and your leg should be in one straight line. So if you're up on a block, your leg is down. If you're down, your leg is up. But you want to lengthen through your back heel, lengthen through the crown of your head, lift your kneecap, press your left side back. You can bend your knee for Chapasana if you want to. Kicking straight back, this will help open your shoulder. A nice quadricep stretch as well. Again, don't focus on what these poses look like. Focus on how they feel. What's going on in your body? Steady breath. These poses are tools. All right, releasing that. Bring your right foot down next to your left and just hang. Now, your body should be about even. You do just about the same thing on both sides. Never exactly the same. And our body never starts out the same, so it's not going to be completely equal, but it's pretty close now. Steady breath. Just relaxing your jaw. All right, coming into standing. Let's work on some standing balancing poses. Tadasana to the front of your mat. Moving down into the four corners of both feet. Hands can start at your hips. Have them in prayer position. But you root down into the four corners of your right foot first. Your other heel can come to a kickstand. You can bring the sole of the foot into a calf. Anything that you'd like to do. You want to ground and root down, lifting at the belly, tucking your tailbone so that you stack each vertebra right directly on top of each other, working your shoulders away from your ears, your shoulder blades together and down your back. Deep breaths, relaxing your jaw as you inhale. It's as though a string is lifting up the crown of your head as you breathe. Again, being aware of what's happening inside your body here. Now, from here, bring your knee up and into your chest. Hug it into your chest. We're opening that hip a little more. You can add your two peace fingers. Round your big toe and extend your leg long. Steady breath, standing tall, shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades coming together. You can do it. Steady breath when it gets challenging. You can stay at your knee if you need to. Steady breath, rooting down into the four corners of the foot. Shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades down your back. Gaze over your right hand. All right, coming back into center, releasing your foot. Pointing your toe. And release. Bring your left leg down. Shaking out your right. Noticing how you feel. Now, rooting down into the four corners of your left foot. Again, tree pose, Vrichyasana. Any variation is fine. Come to your heel. Come to your calf. Or anywhere except for directly on the knee. You want to open your hip up. Your knee comes out to the side. Pressing the sole of your foot into the thigh, as much as the thigh into the sole of your foot. And you almost feel a grounding in both feet. Hands in the prayer position. Steady breath. Belly to spine. Again, as you inhale, it's as though a string is pulling out of the crown of your head and you're breathing. And your arms through your branches. Everybody's very excited with the weather today. It's been cold winter. We're all ready for spring. Not quite springtime yet, but it's close to the spring in the fall. Steady breath, focusing on a point that's not moving. Release. You can bring your knee into your chest, lifting it up. Fingers around your big toe, extending your foot long, steady breath. Your foot comes out to the side. In through your nose and out through your nose. Coming back in through center, releasing your foot. Foot hip height, pointing your toe. Steady breath. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Shaking out your legs any way you need to. Alright, we haven't done any work on our shoulders in a while because we've been standing a little bit. So let's go ahead and come into our crow pose. Crow for Carolina. Spreading your fingers wide, working into the tips of your fingers and your fingernails. Lifting your hips, bring your knees as high up on your arms as possible. And then you shift your weight forward so that the knees are, the weight's coming into the upper arms. And you want your elbows out slightly. So I used to say straight back, which is chaturanga, which is typically what we say. But you really need them out a little bit so that you can squeeze your knees in. Maybe you lift one toe, maybe you lift both. Bring your heels up to your hips. Whoops. If you slip, that's fine. Steady breath though. If you hold your breath, you're not going to be able to do this. I've got some tutorials on YouTube about how you can use props, you can use blocks to help you until you gain the strength in your shoulders and your core to do this pose. But take about 10 or 15 breaths. And then as you're ready, you're shooting back into your chaturanga, lifting up into an upward facing dog, clearing all that out of your body. Shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades come together down your back. And then exhale up and back into a nice downward facing dog. Steady breath, in through your nose and out through your nose. Now what I want us to do is bring your right foot forward, plant it between your hips. Your back knee comes in. Releasing your back toes, your hands come onto your right knee, sinking your hips down and forward. Steady breath. Shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades come together. Your arms can come up, lifting up, lengthening, working on the back bend. You don't want to bend in the low part of your back, you want to bend in the middle to the upper part. Lifting up and back, maybe drop your head back, but you don't want it to drop back. You want to lengthen your neck. As your spine bends in the upper to middle part, maybe you bring your left hand back for Ardha Ustrasana, half camel. Steady breath. Feeling the back bend. Opening your chest and release. Bring your hands down. Bring your right knee down. Step your left foot forward. Sinking down. And come onto your knee. Lifting up, pressing your shoulders over your hips, sinking your hips down and forward. Deep breaths in and out. As you're ready, lifting up and out of your low back. Inhale, lifting your arms up next to your ears, lengthening through your spine, lifting. You might feel some adjustments in your spine. Just notice that. Notice what's going on in there. You're finding some opening that you don't get with most exercise. Lifting up and back, and then maybe you can swim. Your right hand comes back. Maybe one side's different than the other. This side's a little more challenging for you. You can lift your left hand, steady breath, in and out. Alright, and then release. And back in the center. Now we're going to come full camel, Ustrasana. This is the pinnacle pose in the Bikram sequence. A lot of people don't really like to do this. If it's not a heated room. But if you're warmed up and you're gentle with yourself, you'll be fine. But just be careful because this is a challenging pose. You put a lot of stress on your spine here that you don't normally do. So just be aware and be okay. Coming onto your knees, bring your hips directly over your knees. Your knees are about 8 inches apart. Your hands come back behind you as though they're in your back pockets. And your elbows come together, and that's going to bring your shoulder blades together. You're going to inhale, you're going to lift at the belly, lengthen your spine. You want to keep your hips directly over your knees. So as you lift up and back, again, it's not in your low back, it's in your middle to upper spine. You press your hips forward, lifting up and back. lifting up and back. Belly to spine is going to help to protect your low back. Lifting up and back, lifting up and back, lifting up and back. Are you high? And then releasing your hands. If you'd like, you can keep them in. Just taking some deep breaths here. Opening your chest. Flexing your spine. Feeling the sun on your face if you're outside. You're just taking deep breaths, feeling the oxygen in your lungs. Alright, inhale, lifting back up, belly to spine, be gentle. Sitting your hips back to your heels. Taking some deep breaths. Now we're going to counter that pose with rabbit pose. So bring your hands back to your heels. And cup the heels. Inhale, lengthen. Chin to your chest, rounding forward. Eventually your forehead comes to your knees. And when your forehead comes to your knees, pressing into your knees, you're lifting up. And this is going to round your spine in the other direction. Steady breath, in and out. And release. Your heels come back, your hips come back to your heels. Slowly rounding up, one vertebra at a time. And then release. Time for our pigeon pose. So, bring your right knee forward to the outside of your right hip. Squaring your hips. Lengthen. And just taking your time here. We're settling everything down. Getting ready for our Shavasana. You've already done a lot of work. Opening up that right hip. Relaxing. Maybe letting your head drop. Using your hands as a pillow. Just breathe. Alright, we're going to release that. We're going to switch sides. Taking out your right hip any way you need to. Your left knee comes to the outside of your left hip. You're working your shin parallel to the front of the mat. You want your left knee to the outside of your left hip, almost off the mat. But if this is too much challenge for your knees, you can always bring your foot in towards your body a little bit. Your right leg is parallel to the side of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, and then hinging forward. Noticing the difference between the two sides. Alright, here we go. We're going to release that, shaking out the left hip. It's almost time for your Shavasana. We've worked a lot, but we have to do an inversion. I can't finish a class without at least one inversion. You can do legs up the wall, but you can do handstand if you want to. You can do headstand if you'd like, but I'm going to demonstrate the shoulder stand here. Where you bring your knees into your chest, lifting your hips. Your hands come to the small of your back, bringing your elbows together. And this is a nice calming, grounding pose. Handstands and headstands are fun. They're actually my favorite. But doing them at the end of practice, it kind of fires you up. And it's hard to ground down and sink down into your good Shavasana, which is it's very important. Very important to never miss Shavasana. Try to make sure that you allow your body some time to recuperate and recover after the work that you're asking your body to do. Yoga is a mind and body experience, but Your body can really get worn out. So you need to listen to your body. Listen to what it's saying. Listen to what it's telling you. And just relax. Your body's not going to lie to you. You may misinterpret what it says. Steady breath. And if you'd like, you can come into halasana, bring your toes down, back behind you, and then if your toes touch, you can release your hands. Taking some deep breaths. And then slowly coming down, upper back, middle back, and lower back. The counter pose for your shoulder stance, Sarvangasana, is fish pose. So for fish pose, you can bring your elbows down. I like to say put your hands underneath your butt, but sometimes it's not quite that accurate. So your hands might be back a little bit, but your shoulders are over your elbows, lifting your chest, dropping the top of your head back, and take some deep, deep breaths. In and out. And then slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time. Time for your Shavasana. Anything you want to do, you can bend your knee in, do a reclined twist. That'll feel nice on your low spine probably. You can do a happy baby. Anything that I've missed, anything that you feel like your body needs today, in this moment, in this present time. Every day, every moment is going to be a little bit different. And then releasing your heels down, extending them long. Lying on your back, shimmy your shoulders under, arms by your side. Take one deep breath in, open your mouth, let it all go. Shavasana. Nothing more for you to do. Staying here for as long as you need. I really enjoyed that. I feel a lot better now at the old well. I think I'm going to get a drink since I'm right here. I recommend that you hydrate as well. If you're down here in North Carolina, take some of the classes here at Franklin Street Yoga, Carrboro Yoga Company, Heart of Yoga School. I might be teaching somewhere around here, you never know. Visit the old well, see a lot of the campus, maybe even catch a basketball game in the Dean Dome. That's about less than 3 minutes walk that way. So we're right here in the epicenter of the University of North Carolina of Chapel Hill, Tar Heel territory. A lot of people are probably familiar with this spot, have a lot of great memories here. I certainly do, and look forward to many, many more. So anyway, thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed that. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the mat sometime really soon. Namaste.